Welcome to the Harjit and Prayer show with your host, Harjit and Prayer.
All right. Hey, Prayer.
What the dillio? How's it
What's
going?
up? What's up?
Nothing much.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's.
at home.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Where are you?
So we have a. So normally I'm outside on our screened-in porch to record. That way I can talk loud and it won't wake up the kids and stuff like that. But there are so many mosquitoes
Oh,
just getting
yes.
in through the any gap in the screen that it's just not worth it to endure. Sorry, people. And so I just went down the road a little bit to the Starbucks. I'm on their Wi-Fi, and hopefully this will turn out okay.
Hey, it works, man. Right?
Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
So we'll see. So we're back again, and so we're gonna talk about some Ignite stuff, right?
Yeah, I think the countdown said 40 days from now.
It's 40 days from today. Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
one news today that came out late in the day today is that Ignite is sold out.
Oh, except
So
for the day passes, right?
except for the day passes, yes. So if you still wanna go, I think there's some contest going on with a few vendors, and someone is bound to sell their tickets because they can't go at the last minute,
Hmm.
things like that. So keep an eye on that, especially on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like if you were hoping to go but you couldn't afford it, right now keep an eye out on Twitter because
Mhm.
people will life happens and they can't go,
Yeah.
and because after a certain point, I think August 30th, the ticket is not no longer refundable, and
Yes.
so if they can't sell it, they lose $2,300 on the registration cost. And so, if you offer a respectable amount for the ticket, they might be okay. I'm willing to take a loss on it, and then you might be able to go. So keep your eyes out.
Right.
It's there's a lot of people that I know have gotten to go to Ignite at the last minute
It's
because
every
of that.
year. We see it
Yeah.
every year. Yeah.
Yep.
Some people make deals. Some people pay half.
Some
So
people will buy the person an Xbox and they're happy with that.
right. We've seen that happen too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
don't. Yep. So if you really want to go, do your homework.
So I think what we should do, we should talk about food in this
Cool.
episode for Ignite.
Yeah. So the first tech ed that I went to, I think we touched on this last week. I
Hmm.
was eating like every ridiculous snack that was out in front of me. And man, that year there was like so much junk. So like ice cream and chocolate chip cookies and
Yeah.
whatever. And I was just munging on that all day long, kind of ignoring lunch and breakfast and all that stuff. And I think like Wednesday, it was before the closing party at Universal back in 2012. I was so sick. Like I felt horrible and I'm like, what is going on? And my wife was like, what have you been eating? And I'm like, oh, that's right. So
Right.
I learned after that. And Ignite is amazing. For lunch you get like salmon and you get filet mignon and you got these gourmet chefs taking your order at the table and you get this amazing food. It's incredible. What do you think about that?
It's
No, that doesn't happen, right?
no.
Well, duh. And I have to say the breakfasts are really amazing. I'm a breakfast guy. I really like, the buffet style layouts and stuff like that. At lunch, people completely lose their mind, and I don't understand. We were trying to figure this out today. Like, why is this such a big deal? Because I feel like people are expecting a gourmet chef at their
You
lunch
know,
table to make
so
them filet mignon, but
the
that's
way
not
I
going to
look
be
at
the
it,
case.
right, the way I look at it is that every year, right? So people will complain about something or another. And
Yep.
then Microsoft will make adjustments to accommodate those complaints.
Hmm.
And then they'll still complain because it's not like the previous year, which they did not like about. So then they try to make adjustments again. And I'll
Hmm.
be like, well, we don't want hot lunches. We want to, whatever, grab and go.
Yep.
So we can mingle, we can network, we can go to
Hmm.
the next session. And when
Sure.
they do that, oh well, this is not to my satisfaction. It's like, I mean, it's hard to please everybody, but they're trying their best, I think.
30,000
You know,
people to please, right?
30,000 people, and of course you're gonna have, it's gonna please 20,000, but not 10,000, and things like that. And you know, I mean, people have options. There are other, facilities. I think within the conference. Oh, my light went out.
Oh,
Yeah, which is weird. And I think we've done that. In Atlanta, we used to go across to the CNN building, right?
yeah.
Because we just wanted something different, and we weren't complaining about the food. We're just like, hey, I just want to have. I can't remember what we had at the CNN cafeteria or the food court. It was good. They had
Hmm.
Chinese, they had all sorts of stuff, and I think we've done it in. Where else did we do? We did it in Houston. We did it everywhere, pretty much,
Yeah.
except for Chicago. I mean, we was so far out from Chicago and
Right.
from the city. Um, Orlando, people can do that too. Walk down an I Drive, and there's tons of places there if they want to do that. But you're gonna
Yeah.
miss out on time if you want to go in
Absolutely.
sessions and stuff. So, I think it's fine. It's good for what we need and to sustain, and then yeah. So I think our focus should be on the evening meals, the dinners and stuff like that. Yes,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of parties. Yes, they'll have some food, but it's always like finger type foods, little snacks here and things like that, the vegetables and stuff. But they don't really give you that full meal
Right.
feeling. So
Yeah. If you think you're going to get off eating dinner at parties, you're an idiot.
yeah,
Because that is not what they're meant for.
yeah,
So a couple of my favorite place by far is absolutely Miller's on
yeah.
iDrive. They don't sponsor us or anything like that, and we have one in Gainesville as well. We've only been there once though, and it's the price point is good. And the food isn't spectacular, but it's always consistent.
Well, you get everything, right? You get
Yeah, it's just it has
burgers and steaks and
Yep. Like their fish and
yeah.
chips is I think is really good, and then
Mhm.
they have this really good Cajun chicken pasta Alfredo,
Oh,
which is really good. I don't really like pasta or Alfredo, but I looked at that. I'm like, that sounds really good because it was spicy and
right.
it was amazing. So that's one place I like to eat, and it's really fast. I don't think we ever waited very long either.
Right.
Did you blow it up?
No, that is.
Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, and so that's a great place. And today I just found out right across the street from the convention center is a Red Lobster and also a Denny's, which it's Denny's. It has its fare for what you want it to be.
I don't
Um,
recall seeing those last year, but maybe.
We
Yeah.
never went that way, because I didn't know about it until today, and I
Okay.
was like, oh, I never went that far around iDrive.
Right.
So
Well, I
so
think in our WhatsApp group that we have for Ignite, which is part of the crew and all that stuff, and you got some good suggestions there. Someone said about a Thai place about half a mile from the convention center. That's not far at all.
Nope.
What else we got? There's a Charlie's Steakhouse. There's obviously Miller's, and someone said Tutu Tango. I never heard of
I
that
don't know
place.
what that is. Yep.
Del Frisco Steakhouse, if you're into that.
Yep. And if you go really further down, there's a humongous McDonald's
Oh,
at that big intersection. Like, it's huge, and a bunch of other things. But that's that's kind of far away. You would have to take
Yeah.
an Uber or drive, something like that.
we went to a Shake Shack too. Wasn't
Did
too
we?
far. Yeah, we did when we met up just before Ignite started last year.
Wow,
Well-
I completely don't remember that. Or
Yeah.
maybe I think maybe Joe and I were at NASA.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. Shake Shack is really good. I
Yeah,
like
Shake
that.
Shack. So then you got, if you want some Cuban food, that's Cuba Libre, right?
Yep.
There's usually some events happening there, a couple of events during the week, but
Yep.
you know, we'll have
There's
to
this really good place at the Point which is basically adjacent to the convention center north on I Drive.
Okay.
And oh wow, if you go up the steps, it's on the left. There's outside seating, and then there's also
Yes,
indoor
I know what
seating.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, what's the name of that place? That was a good place to eat. We had dinner there one night, and it was so good. I just remember my plate coming out. I'm like, I'm supposed to eat all of this? Are you nuts? So, and it wasn't a lot of money either. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, I'm not the kind of person that will spend $20-$30 on a meal. I'm more like, you know, I need to keep this under $15, you know, with the tip, and so I want to make sure that's the kinds of places I'm looking at, and maybe one night, this is because I'm paying for everything, not somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, one night we'll kind of go deck out and get to a really, really nice place like the Cuba Libre is a little pricier and stuff like
Right.
that. So, the Charlie Steakhouse.
We need to find an Indian place this time. I didn't see one last year.
That would be good. I know there's a few, and you know, I discovered there's like there's downtown Orlando, which is further away from where we are, and there's a ton of places to eat there that are really good. Like Wahlburger.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's an amazing hamburger. That was there, and a bunch of other places in that same area too.
Yeah.
That's kind of near the basketball arena and stuff like that, the soccer stadium, further away, not close to the convention center at all.
And I said, and also if you go to Universal City Walk, there's tons of restaurants there.
Yep.
Lots of great places. Yeah. So that's a little further away. It's more of a Uber or Lyft ride. Yep.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 miles. I think they say it's like 3 miles away, but it takes a long time
with the traffic
to get there. Yeah, so excellent for dinner. And that at Universal or even Disney Springs, like you have your place, whatever you want to eat, it's there.
Yeah.
So for breakfast, I highly recommend the Ignite. What Ignite is providing you with, and lunch, it's good. It's fine.
It's good. Yeah.
You know, it's. I look at it. You know, I've been kind of rethinking of what food is, and just because I need to be more healthy, and it's fuel, right?
Yeah.
And so
it's fuel.
Lunch is what I need to get through until dinner, and that what they provide. Number one, I think it tastes really good.
Yeah.
And it's healthy, and it keeps you going through the day. Yeah. So yes, it's not filet mignon.
Right.
If it was, that would blow my mind, and our conference probably would be another $100.
Right.
On top of the registration
and you know what?
fees.
I actually liked that concept last year where it was grab and go. You know.
Oh yeah,
because
that was awesome.
You grab your stuff. You didn't have to sit there, and they had drinks all over the place. You know, all the refrigerators all over the place, right? So you could just go and, hey, grab 3 or 4 people and go sit on the, by the fountain or whatever and talk and network and, make new friends and have a good time. And
yeah.
So I didn't mind that. And also speaking of breakfast, some of the hotels will actually have breakfast, right? Some of the Homewood suites and things like that, or they usually provide breakfast for the hotel guests, so you could do that too if yours provided one.
Yeah, exactly. I think at mine I get that, but again, I think the Ignite is way better, and so I'm gonna go for that.
Yeah.
Man, those drink refrigerators blow my mind because from what I remember, every year they're there like first thing in the morning, and they're stocked. But there's there's apple juice and orange juice, and I always grab the grapefruit juice. I really like grapefruit juice, and but then there's like all the sodas and stuff like that. And I remember one guy, huge. I felt so bad. He was like huffing and puffing, and he opened up his backpack and was just putting in Mountain Dews at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I was like, as a joke, I was like, can't find the coffee, and he holds up his cup. He's like, "I need both to make it through the day."
Oh
he
my God.
just walked away. I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like, wow, that's crazy."
That's insane.
But
Yeah.
I don't want to judge, but I'm like, that's not healthy. That is absolutely not healthy.
No.
So
And they have it. I mean, the refrigerators are from the Hyatt. You saw them like down below and just all over the place. And in
Yeah.
fact, there were days that they had Ben and Jerry's ice cream too in some of the freezers. Like, I don't know, you must have missed that.
I think I was able to grab one day.
This was more like in the Hyatt area where the MCT
Okay.
training
Yep.
areas was, and yeah, they had. Oh, I was like, wow, this is great. And and you get snacks during the day, chips, fruit, whatever.
Yeah.
So
It's funny to watch the staff that man those things are amazing.
yeah,
It's so funny. Everything is covered, especially the high value items like the ice cream. And there's other things that like go really, really fast. And as soon as they lift the covers off so that people can start grabbing everything, you just see them go like this. I'm like, I actually apologized to one of them. Like, I'm really sorry that this is happening like every week. It's my job.
My God,
I'm like, wow, good for
that's
you.
what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, awesome.
Speaking of that, we should actually advise our viewers that they should be courteous, they should be respectful, especially to all those staff, the purple shirts. We take them for granted, but I mean, they're there helping us out.
Yep.
Directions and information, and they're always smiling and very nice. And yeah.
We should be very nice to all the humans that are helping us out during the week. I always, at least once a day, have to ask directions like, where is this?
Yeah.
And then they always know, or they know who to ask, which is cool.
Yeah.
If you see robots, though, take them out.
Yeah.
No need for that.
Well, you ask Twitter. Twitter will know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Twitter knows everything.
that's true.
So yeah. And so what else? Then we want to touch upon some technology.
Yeah. So I haven't been really keeping up on the pulse of what's going on this week because I'm in more Amazon training. But I briefly saw that there was some more chatter about the Alexa and Cortana interaction.
Integration.
And you actually found the article, and it's just basically saying that each device will be, or actually piece of software will be able to call each other. They're guaranteeing that, and I guess we're going to see that happen soon, which will be cool. And so I think it'll be awesome without installing an app. If I can just click on my Cortana button here on my Windows 10 device and say, call Alexa or ask Alexa this, that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Invoke it in some way.
And I think one of the reasoning, and people might find this funny, like why do you want to ask this one to talk to the other one and the other one to this one? It kind of sounds silly, but I guess it's to open up the possibilities of additional apps and resources that one doesn't have versus the other and stuff like that.
Yep.
So we're not picking sides, but it's just that's the concept, I guess. So hey.
I might have to come up with some Alexa apps. We're kind of digging into that today, which is really terrifying.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a crazy world, man.
It is.
Crazy world. Anyway, complete aside. But
so what else?
So that's the thing that I noticed today.
So yeah, so the big one, I guess we talked about food.
Mm-hmm.
And on Monday during the what they call it, the opening, the expo hall opening in the evening, right? There's not ceremony, but whatever event they call that. That's when you have all your drinks and your beers and sponsors, and then you usually have a lot of food there too.
Yep.
Depending which one you hit, you can get finger foods to some better food, and so that's another place to hit that up.
Hmm.
And if you're into that, if you don't have the time, and then you can go out and enjoy your evening with friends and stuff and various events. So I'm gonna try to make it a point to with you guys to actually every evening, drop yourself off in a hotel room, meet up somewhere, have a nice meal, and then we go out to whatever
Yeah.
social events. Yeah.
Yep.
So
It's crazy how at the end of Ignite last year, were kind of bummed because we kind of knew we wouldn't be getting together in a year.
yeah,
And we got, yep, won't be going, won't be going, won't be going. Yeah, that's a bummer. But then in the last month, literally in the last month,
like
I'll
all
be
of a
going.
sudden.
I'm like, are you serious? Like, I was always planning just to come for the weekend, just to
Yeah.
hang out at the meet and greet. But now to be able to spend the whole week at the conference, there's a lot of developer stuff, which that's not my realm, but because of where IT is headed, that is becoming our realm. I'm really excited about the sessions that are currently being listed out there, and it's really exciting to see just different stuff. Like there's 51 sessions on Teams alone. Did you see that blog?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
I'm like, wow, you would not. That wasn't happening last year.
No,
And so,
and there's going to be a lot of Azure too, but more on the developer side too, DevOps
which
and
is
stuff like that. So which is
So
great.
I'm really psyched. I have to figure out once the full session list is out there, like how am I going to be able to get the things I need to go to? But thankfully, there is Wi-Fi and lots of streaming.
Don't forget to bring extra battery packs.
I'm just going to borrow one of the 100 that you have.
Ah! In fact, I just bought another one.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You have a serious problem. I don't understand.
Anchor, man. I love Anchor.
So every time there's a new Anchor battery, you just buy it? Okay. Just making sure.
I start losing them. And I don't know, sometimes my family takes it, my daughters take it, and I put it in some bag and I can't find the damn thing. And I'm like,
wow.
Yeah. So,
That's
then
funny.
I'll see a deal, there'll be like a 50% off, on specific weeks. I'm like, should I?
So you
should
just
I?
have to have more batteries. That's okay, whatever, dude.
It's good.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so it's we'll catch up again in a few days, and we'll talk about something else about Ignite that we can share with our viewers.
Sure.
Some other tips and stuff like that. So, yeah, eat well, drink well, and until next time, I'm Harjit, and you'll find me on Twitter as @Hoorge, HOORGE.
Hey, and I'm Prayer. You can find me on Twitter at @ITPrayer.
All right.
Oh, no.
Cheers.
That's not right.
No,
Wow, that is so messed up.
I know what you.
I'm on Twitter. You can find me at the IT Jedi. There we go.
Jeez. All right. On that note, cheers.
Later.
Bork, bork, bork.